Hey everybody, welcome back and happy Thursday. Welcome to week 14. It is upon us. That's right, Thursday night football. We're going to have Packers and the Lions not too long from now. That means it's time to make sure you get those lineups set. We're here to help you. Got those tough start sit decisions. And anytime the Packers are out there, it's pretty tough because you don't know which wide receiver to trust or not to trust. And the quarterback's here too. I don't know. It could go either way. You trust them or you don't. So you got questions for week 14? Let us know. Maybe you have a bye and you're just chilling, sitting back watching, and you want to plan ahead and get your lineup set or your waiver set for week 15, 16, anything. All right. So we're going to do that like always. So we do have a game, a couple hours. It should be a very good one. I know Thursday, and I keep hearing people say it again. Thursday sucks. Thursday's not good for fantasy. It's, Thursday night football, whatever. This should be a legitimate good game. It's a very important game, of course, for playoffs for these teams. But there should also be a lot of players that are at least somewhat fantasy friendly or have the potential to be fantasy friendly. And you never know with the Packers.
Right. You never know with the Packers, but like you said, this should be a good game, at least a good game. Definitely a lot of fantasy relevant players, should be fantasy points. I know like what people say about Thursday night football, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's a little overblown about the Thursday night games not having fantasy points. Certainly we don't always get great Thursday night games, but I feel like this year we've had some good ones, some good competitive games. I mean, I'm looking right now. We had that awesome Tampa Bay Atlanta game Thursday night. We had a great San Francisco Seattle game. We had a good Minnesota Rams game. Cincinnati Baltimore. That was phenomenal for everything, for the game, for fantasy, for everything. I think it's just, because the Thursday night game is on an island and it's, before the games, that it's easy to be like, oh, Thursday night games are terrible. But man, we've had plenty of terrible Sunday and Monday night games too.
We definitely have, but that's exactly right. It's one of 8 games at that time frame, and doesn't stand out. You're like, oh, well, I didn't watch that game. I watched the other. So yeah, I know you're right. It's true. Memory can be a tricky thing, but yeah, that one game, Cincinnati Baltimore, might be the best game of the year, and that was on a Thursday. But this should be a good one. Detroit scores plenty. They're at home. They're on their way potentially to locking up the number 1 seed. I almost wonder, this is my line of thinking, because of course it's always fantasy related. I'm not like a Lions fan or anything. I'm kind of hoping they don't keep winning, because then I'm worried, not for myself, but for all of you, that they have it wrapped up before the end of the season and they kind of take their foot off the gas pedal. They start to rest guys early. And, there's some leagues that play in week 18 for whatever reason. And you know what I mean? You want them to still have something to fight for all the way through the season. Is that like a thought that crosses your mind?
I think it has to be anytime you have a team like this that's could have everything locked up pretty early. But I don't feel like Dan Campbell is that kind of coach. Like, I feel like Dan Campbell's the kind of guy that will, like, they could be, 15-1 heading into week 17 or whatever, and be like, nah, we're still playing. We're still going for it, right? We don't want to lose that competitive edge or whatever. So maybe if there's one team to be like this that's actually okay, it might be the Lions.
Well, that's true. This is the same team that was up by like 40 points and was still doing like trick plays to score touchdowns not too long ago. So, yeah, I guess Detroit we don't need to worry too much about. But here's the one thing we do have to worry about. Okay, so the Packers. Like, the Lions are good. They have a really good defense. It's consistently good, but they do tend to give up points to wide receivers. But then it's the Packers wide receivers who you never know what to do with. And Jaden Reed's the one guy you feel like you should feel good about, especially coming off a 2-touchdown game. But I still don't. I don't know. I mean, of course, he is very startable, but what are you just still feeling like he's like a dice roll here any given week? Do you feel like you have to trust the matchup on paper? Because you got to get your decision in now. If you want to start Jaden Reed, this is it. This is your time to do it.
Yeah, very frustrating, but it is a good matchup against the Lions out of the slot. Last time they played, he had 5 for 112. Not a huge game, but I mean, you'll take that.
Yeah.
It's always risky with these Packers wide receivers and Jaden Reed because the targets and the receptions just are not there for any of them, right? Like no one's gonna get 8 to 10 targets. No one's gonna catch 7, 8, 9 passes. You're just very much depending on big plays and touchdowns. So it is a good matchup for Jaden Reed. There's definitely plenty of wide receivers I wouldn't start over him, but at the same time, there's plenty of guys that I feel much better about.
Yeah, that's what makes it annoying. He's kind of right there in the middle. It's stuck in the middle. It's the apocalypse again. You got 6 teams. A lot of good receivers aren't playing this week. So this might be a week where you say, okay, he probably has one of the higher upsides of receivers out there. But all comes down to your other options. Jameson Williams is another guy. It's very tricky from week to week. Do you feel like he matches up well enough with the Packers?
Not really. I mean, it's okay. I don't feel like this is it's not a spot I'm worried about Jameson Williams, but it's also not a spot where I look at it and think like, oh, this is a great spot for Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams is another one of those guys, though. It's like, I will say this is one of the frustrating things about Thursday Night Football because, if you have this decision on Sunday, let's say you're deciding between Jameson Williams and some other wide receiver, and let's say you say, I'm going to bench Jameson Williams. If Jameson Williams has a nice game, let's say he goes for like 18 points, not like a crazy game, not like 35, just like an 18-point game. Well, the guy you played might get 16 or 20, and you don't care that you bench Jameson Williams. But when you bench Jameson Williams on Thursday and he goes for 18, in your head, the guy you started over him there's no chance that the guy I'm playing is going to outscore Jameson Williams. Now I've made a mistake. What have I done? Right? That's how our brains work. It's like, oh my God, I could have just gotten 18 from Jameson, and instead I'm starting player X who hasn't even played yet, and there's no way he'll score more. Like, what have I done? I made a mistake. That is one of the frustrating things about Thursday. Yeah. That being said, like Jameson, this isn't a smash spot, but at the same time, it's not a terrible spot where I'm like, ooh, don't start him. So he is what he is. He's got upside, but he's got risk.
Yeah. Really who he matches up well with is the Lions defense. Too bad he can't face his own team. But yeah, right. The Packers don't play man at a very high rate, and that's where he's better. But you never know. Just takes one play with him. So again, it's just going to come down to who else you got. One thing that's noteworthy, in case anybody isn't aware, Romeo Doubs is out still for this game. And not that a lot of people are rushing out to start Romeo Doubs, but this could mean something for the rest of the receivers, right? We're going to see Dontavian Wicks at least on the field semi-frequently. Jaden Reed did score those 2 touchdowns last week. Romeo Doubs was out. So not a huge impactful thing, but just so you know, Dobbs is not an option this week. That's for sure. All right, but you know what is an option? Jordan Love on Underdog. And you can take this free pick, just go higher than 0.5 total yards. That's right. He gets a yard, you win this pick. But this is free only for new customers. Sorry, those of you who already are Underdog customers, you only get all the other free stuff they give away and the tokens and the bonus offers. But if you're new to Underdog, you get the free pick here with Jordan Love. And on your first deposit, you get 50% deposit match up to $1,000 worth of bonus cash. So free money, free picks, and then whatever else is going to go on. We saw Feast Week last week before the Thursday games. But now we're heading in the holiday season. There's going to be all sorts of even more profit boost tokens, etc. So if you haven't tried Underdog yet, do it. Just make sure you use code ENDGAME when you sign up to get that free pick plus the bonus cash for your deposit. And then we're going to answer your questions, but also should remind you that you can ask your questions on Draft Lane. That's our app. You've got questions, we answer them just like we do here, but from the convenience of your phone. So download it on the App Store, Google Play Store. It's Draft Lane. It is our app to help you win at fantasy football. But we have questions here, as always. Tyler C. How's it going, Tyler? Have to drop Ertz to pick up a tight end. Okay, Kmet, Pitts, Kraft, Disley, Johnson, and Muth. Couldn't get Ferguson. All right. Who do you like? Kraft will be for tonight.
Yeah, not a great spot for Kraft tonight. I know he could score, but it's between Johnson and Muth for me. I know Disley, it's a good spot for Disley, but man, he had one target last week. Like, matchup only matters so much. You still need to actually get the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a lot more interesting if Ladd was out, then it'd be like, yeah, I'd go Disley. But it sounds like he's still on track to play.
Yeah, he limited practice again today. I'm guessing he'll play. I think Johnson is your safer bet here, but I think I like Muth in that matchup. Last time they played Cleveland, he had 4 catches for 59 yards, and that was the Snow Bowl. So I think Muth has a little more upside. I'm going to go Muth.
It's a better matchup. Juwan Johnson doesn't really have a good matchup per se as far as the tight end goes. I just think he's going to get a lot of targets because they really have nobody else to throw to. But that said, he's only going to get so many targets. I don't expect 10 catches from Juwan Johnson. So I think Muth has the highest upside here. And then Bizzleman. Tough week. Yes, it is. 1 receiver, 2 flex. Garrett Wilson, D-Hop, Myers, Tracy, Rashad White, Waddle, Etienne. On defense, had the Commanders, and we can go with one of these.
I know Titans secondary is banged up. Man, it's Mac Jones. I know Boomer's warning us all don't play the Titans because he's playing the Titans, but I mean it's Mac Jones. I think I'm gonna go Titans.
Yeah, it's the Titans against Mac Jones, or you get the Saints against Drew Lock, and either way is good. But the Titans are the better actual defense. And this is part of the reason why I'm not saying right now I'm picking him, although I might. I like Tyrone Tracy this week because the Saints defense, their run defense, really isn't that good still. So we need 1 receiver and 2 flex.
All right, Jacoby Myers is going to be receiver. I think I'm going to flex Tracy and Garrett Wilson. I don't think I can. I'm definitely not benching Garrett Wilson for Rashad White or Jalen Waddle. That's for sure. Or Etienne. That's for sure. I don't think I'm ready to put D-Hop in over Wilson.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Myers with Tracy and Garrett Wilson.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do too. I, again, don't love Garrett Wilson. Can't feel great about him, but I think he has at least more upside than D-Hop. So Myers, is a must start. Must start. Okay. Jay from Scotland, now that we know. 1364. Hawk or Ferguson?
Honestly, I think I'm going to go Ferguson this week against the Bengals. They've already cleared him saying he's going to play. We don't know how limited CD's going to be. It's the Bengals. I'm going Ferguson.
You have to love that matchup. Yeah, Ferguson's good to go. I think he's your number 1 streamer, number 1 pickup. Go Ferguson. Cards, D, rest of season. I did see a stat. Was it the last 3 weeks? The Cardinals gave up 18 offensive points or something. The scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but I don't know. I'd have to check into that. The Cardinals defense has been much better lately.
Yeah, I think they're fine. They don't excite me. But also, I mean, they played the Bears and the Jets, and they only gave up 15 points in those games. They did give up 27 to your Dolphins. And they did give up 34 to the Packers a couple games before that. So
that's ancient history.
But I think they're fine. They're not my favorite defense, but I think they're okay.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. They're fine. Again, there's not one defense that stands out. Or you just roll with them rest of the season. They do get after this week, and Seattle's offense is not that great these days. The Patriots next week, that's nice. The Panthers the week after, it's not bad at all. And then they get the Rams in week 17 in LA. That's the one where it's like, it's okay, but I don't know if I really want that in my championship game. But I think the next 3 weeks, you're fine with Arizona. And then if you get to the championship game, you can figure it out then. All right, Big Man Fishing. We already got that lineup set. Just saying like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go.
Let's go.
Teen starts now. Cody has 2 questions. Here's the lineup. Here's the bench. Must win. Got Brees on the bench. Got Garendo on the bench. Got Debo in the starting lineup. This is a team where I wish you could start like 4 running backs and only 1 receiver.
I know, right? Well, yeah, I don't think I'm not starting Thielen or Devonta Smith over Debo, so he's in. I am debating Garendo and Pollard. I know Pollard has a great matchup this week, but Garendo also has a great matchup. I mean, you got Pollard in there. I guess go Pollard. It's close between him and Garendo.
Yeah, I'd probably leave it the way you have it. You can't feel great about Debo, but feel better than Thielen or Devontae. And then 8 team, Burrow, Achane, Kyron, Sun God, Puka, Kelsey, Evans, James Cook. Kyler on the bench, Brees on the bench, Keenan, DK, JMO. Nervous about Evans? No, don't be nervous about Evans.
Yeah. No, I think you're good. I mean, if Evans is out, you can always just put like Keenan in or something. You're fine.
Yeah, Keenan would be a good start, but I think this is fine the way you have it too. I think you're good, Cody. Joe, thoughts on chances for winning another must-win? Got Tua, Achane, Irving, Neighbors, Cup, McBride, and Bowers going against Hurts and Saquon, Gus Edwards, Higgins, Addison, Kittle, Kelsey.
I have a bad feeling that Saquon is winning matchups single-handedly this week.
He's gonna go ham. He's gonna go Jerry Jeudy on him.
I mean, what did Bucky Irving just have? Like 180 yards and a touchdown against the Panthers?
Well, maybe Gus Edwards offsets it.
Saquon might score so many points that he would need 3 Gus Edwards. Like, this could be Saquon could have a Jerry Jeudy week this week.
But what if Saquon gets so many yards that Jalen Hurts doesn't do anything?
Well, that is I think one thing that could happen is Jalen Hurts might not have the biggest game this week. Let's see here. You got Achane, Irving, Neighbors, Cup, McBride, Bowers. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I mean, he does at least have Gus Edwards, who might literally do like 3 fantasy points or something. And Addison can always do nothing.
Yeah.
And he's flexing. He's starting 2 tight ends.
But they're both starting 2 tight ends, which makes me really worry that this is like a 2 tight end league or something.
Right. Like, you're right.
Anyways, and isn't he the one who has that crazy league where it's like a point per yard or something?
Yeah, which means Saquon might get 1,000 points by himself in that league.
Well, we're pulling for you, Joe. Let's just put it that way. Cole
Blackman. Just very nervous if I like for anybody facing Saquon this week.
Yeah, especially this week. And this is why, again, playoffs in week 14. Come on. 18 PPR, Baker or Tua?
I'm going Baker. Although I will say Sauce didn't practice again today. Maybe he misses, but I still don't love Tua this week. I'm going to go Baker. Unless Evans is somehow out, then I'll go Tua. If Evans is out, I'm not starting Baker.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Start 2 running backs and 2 receivers and a flex. Jacobs, Cook, Pollard, Tracy, Evans, Hill, Wilson, Allen, and then Ingram or Hawk.
Let's go Hawk at tight end. Jacobs and James Cook at running back. Evans, Tyreek Hill, Actually, I'll go Evans, Keenan Allen. Is that Keenan Allen? Evans, Keenan Allen. Oh, am I going to flex one of these running backs over Tyreek Hill?
I mean, they're good running backs.
I saw a stat where, like, against, I think it was against too high, the Dolphins are only attempting passes over 20 yards like 15% of the time. And the Jets ran too high like 68% of the time last week.
These teams have met many times before. Like the Jets know how to defend the Dolphins. That's one thing.
I don't know. Maybe go with one of the running backs, Pollard or Tracy. It's just which one.
Yeah, no, I like them both. I put Tracy. If you also saw the Boom video, I put Tracy on there, but I think Pollard is still. I like Pollard this week. I mean, come on, it's Jaguars. I think Pollard could have a feast week himself. So,
all right, let's go Pollard over Tyreek.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Ingram or Hawk?
Hawk, definitely Hawk.
Yeah, no to Mac Jones and his targets. Let's go Hawk, but without Tua. See what I did there. Rose Mara. Now, I did see this. Back? Lazard is scheduled to return, or what is it? His window has been activated. I mean, come on. We're struggling to start Garrett Wilson. We cannot go there, Lazard.
If Lazard comes back, it just makes all these guys probably unstartable because now Aaron Rodgers has to decide which BFF does he throw the football to.
That's right. Maybe I'll have a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, it's like a love triangle in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I wish Lazard wasn't coming back, but it's just not fantasy relevant, I don't think.
No.
Picnic. Is it just me? I swear that this used to be green and now it's orange.
Maybe.
Unless there's somebody else who has something similar. Or maybe I'm just like really tired. Kate Otten or Will Disley?
Ah, jeez. I mean, Kate Otten has a really good matchup too, and at least he gets some targets. I'll go Otten.
I'm gonna, for now, stick to my gut call of Disley randomly having a good game again because of the matchup. Again, Otten has been he's almost been a non-factor the last 2 weeks. Now, if Evans misses, it's clearly Otten, but I think Evans is good to go. I really hope he's good to go. It's like it's an okay matchup. The Raiders really, as bad as the Raiders are in general, they're really not a bad defense. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like middle of the road. So anyways, right now I'm going to say Disley. I'm back and I'm him.
Yes.
Not me speaking. Would you start Gibbs?
Yes. For the most part, yes.
I mean, the question, maybe the better question is why wouldn't you start Gibbs?
Because he only got 9 carries last week and David Montgomery got 21. And by the rule of human, I guess, recency bias and logic or lack of logic, maybe, that's what has to happen this week now, even though the weeks prior it was kind of the reverse.
Right. We still have Gibbs. I think as a must start. He's a must start. There's no reason not to start Gibbs. No actual reason. Corey Miller. Tua or Goff?
Ooh, this one's tough because I'm not really feeling a big Goff game tonight.
Have him on Raw. I don't know. I don't think that means too much.
Nah. I mean, even if Goff throws, let's say, like even what he did last week, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, like, okay, that's okay. Like, right? That's fine. I wish Tua wasn't playing the Jets. At least they're in Miami, though.
Yeah, I mean, look, they'll do something. Tua is streamable, especially this week. Goff is streamable. It's not a bad matchup for him either. It's pretty comparable here. I know I wish it wasn't the Jets, but I think given on paper, given the matchups here for quarterbacks, it's probably more favorable for Goff. You never know with his touchdown output. But I think I would trust Goff a little bit more.
That's my worry. That is actually my worry tonight for Goff, is that it's just a running back game. Because the Packers not very good against the run. And I just worry that, like, this is another game, where Monty and Gibbs combine for like 3 touchdowns or something. I mean, like you said, you look at Goff. Oh, man, 18, 15, 9, 12, 34. That was the Jags. 10, 16. I might just gamble on Tua here. I feel like he has more upside.
Yeah, Goff has been kind of mid for fantasy lately.
Yeah.
But Tua is never really great against the Jets either, at least as far as I remember last year. Didn't have great games against them. We don't know yet this year, but, look, as far as the Jets and how bad they are overall, it's not the defense that's really the problem. If anything, they're left out hanging to dry because of the offense. But, they still are tough against passing game. Look, last year, Tua, and this was when Tyreek Hill actually looked like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle was just startable. Week 14, 224 yards and a touchdown. Before that, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So I just worry it's going to be like a game like that for Tua. I mean, honestly, these two guys might wind up with very similar fantasy points.
Yeah, they might.
Maybe this is what I was thinking of. It's Landon. See, that's the little green eye thingy.
Okay, that's the guy from what's his name? Sully. Monsters
Yeah,
Inc.
it's like Mike Wazowski.
Or Mike Wazowski. That's who it is. That's right.
Okay, that's what it is. All right, Landon.
Sully was the big blue dude.
Sully's the big blue dude. Yes,
that's right.
Clearly, you haven't seen that movie 100 times like I have.
No, I have, because my niece loved it when she was like 2 or 3 years old whenever it first came out. So I watched it all the time. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Disley, Pitts, or Freiermuth?
I'm going to go Freiermuth.
Yeah, go Muth here. Pitts is probably number 3 on this list. We have Saab 92, Wilson, Winston, Williams, or Levis.
I'm going to go Wilson and Caleb. Russ and Caleb.
Yeah, very, very reluctantly going to say, look, this should be a good Russ week. It should.
Yep.
So, trust in Russ. Sir Boomer. Correction.
What?
Oh, okay. So you didn't. He just assumed he was going to get the Titans deep. So he got beaten by someone to the Saints and the Titans defense. So now we can all start Tennessee's defense, breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay, good. Whew.
But now he has to start one of these. Seattle against Arizona, Jacksonville against Tennessee, Chicago. It's San Fran and Cincy. No way. There's no way you can start Cincinnati's defense.
Oh my gosh. How did we get? You don't need to win this week, right, Boomer?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's already got the bye.
I mean, if you don't need to win this week and you have the bye, I would just be looking ahead to what is the best defenses in week 16, and I would just play that defense this week regardless of matchup. And if they get destroyed, they get destroyed. That's what I did in one of my leagues. We picked up Atlanta not to play them this week against the Vikings, because we can't really. I mean, there's like a very minuscule chance we can get a bye, but probably not. But we picked up Atlanta because next week they get the Raiders.
There you go. I mean, none of these are like great choices. I think Chicago's the best actual defense here. Who does Chicago? I don't know. We're going to look. Who does Chicago play week 16, week 17? I would just go Chicago. Well, now I got to look it up.
I mean, yeah, if we're looking at week 16, like if you have the bye, I mean, I don't know what defenses are out there.
Well, never mind. Chicago gets the Lions.
Yeah, I don't know what defenses are out there. I'll say some of even the Panthers aren't that great anymore. I would say Brown. Well, no. Man, there's not a lot of good. I would say the Titans against Colts, but you didn't get the Titans.
Right.
Packers get the Saints if they're still out there.
Yeah, I hate to say
There's not a lot of good defensive matchups in the fantasy playoffs.
None of these teams have good schedules.
Actually, I'll say this: if Atlanta is still out there, Atlanta not only did they get whoever I said next week, that's not bad, the Raiders. Then in week 16 they get the Giants. That is fantastic.
There you go.
So if the Falcons are still out there, grab the Falcons.
But also after this week, somebody might drop on some other defense, and you can pick them. So yeah,
that's true.
There you go. If Atlanta's out there, go Atlanta. If not, I would guess so. Go Chicago. Team 6 needs a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. It's a must-win. Darnold, Caleb. Which QB?
I think I go Darnold here. It's a good spot for Darnold at home against those Falcons.
Yeah, I do like Caleb, but Darnold is in a better position. Monty, Kyron, Garendo. Let me just read the whole thing. Harrison, Moore, Garrett, Devontae, Zay, Tyreek. Needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex.
All right, Monty and Kyron at running back. Harrison, I think I'm going to go Harrison and DJ Moore at wide receiver, but I think in this case I will still flex Tyreek. Like Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. I mean, maybe Garendo. I don't think I could. Oh, man. I do like Garendo this week, but I don't think I could flex Garendo over Tyreek.
No, it is full PPR.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Next, Dustin Forsberg. Full PPR 10-man start sit Burrow, Gibbs, Monty, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Bowers, Tracy, Edwards, Garendo, Hubbard, QJ, Dunze, Tillman.
And we don't even know if Tillman's playing yet. He's still not practicing. Like, man. The year of Jerry Jeudy, apparently. The year of Jerry Jeudy. Burrow, yes. Gibbs, Monty, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Bowers, Tracy. I don't know where this lineup ends. I'm going to assume at Tracy. So I don't think I'm playing anybody on your bench.
Right. I mean, I see 1, 2 tight ends. If Tracy's your flex, that's fine. And no, wouldn't start any of those last couple. Yeah, Hubbard is the one you think you should start him, but no, wouldn't start Hubbard this week. Thomas, if Brees misses, would you play Braylon Allen over guys like Elijah Moore and Adam Thielen?
I think you have to. If Brees is completely out, I think you have to.
Right. Yeah, if he's completely out. If not, then what? Elijah Moore?
Yeah, I don't really want to play Thielen this week.
All right, Scott, IMFG. Got hit with the bye. Unfortunately, have to start 2 Odunze, Waddle, Cooks.
I'm just going to go Odunze and Cooks. I actually kind of like Cooks. And Odunze always has potential. I mean, Waddle, no, against the Jets. We're over here barely feeling good about Tyreek. Odunze and Cooks.
Yeah, Odunze and Cooks. I mean, at least Odunze is getting targeted. Rise, what's up? This is a good question now. Ferguson smash spot, but then there's Jonnu Smith. Would you go Ferguson?
I am not benching Jonnu Smith for any reason right now. No. He's just been too good.
Yeah, he's in the must start. He's staying in the must start.
Yeah, if this is the week where he crashes back down to earth, so be it. I don't want to leave those 25 points on my bench again.
No. Michael Marwitz, Disley or Freiermuth?
Freiermuth.
Judy Pollard, DJ, or Jacoby? Only one.
Only one of these. Well, it's Jacoby. If for some reason he doesn't play, because I guess he hasn't practiced yet, then I would go Judy. No, well, maybe DJ Moore. Nah, I'd probably still go Judy over DJ Moore. I don't know. That's close. Let's just say Jacoby for now.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sticking to it. Jacoby's a must start. I mean, like DJ Moore, of course, been great. I think I saw, did he miss practice today? I think it was DJ Moore.
Yeah,
but
a lot of guys not practicing right now, but I'm not worried yet.
Yeah, I mean it's only Thursday, so right now just go Jacoby.
Yeah, and Nemesis is saying we missed this, which we did.
Oh, sorry. Well, let's do it then. 2 QB league, full PPR needs help choosing Goff and Stafford. Already got Burrow.
I'll go Goff this week. I don't want to play Stafford against the Bills. I know they're at home, but still, it's the Bills. Goff's at home too. I'll just go Goff.
Yeah, don't feel great about either of those, but let's go Goff. These are also running back to choose between Aaron Jones and Connor.
This one's tough for me this week. Falcons have been good against the run. Connor's not been good lately. I think I'm going James Conner barely.
Interesting. I think I'm going to go Aaron Jones. I mean, Falcons defense doesn't scare me off of him. Again, if he doesn't fumble, he's pretty much a set and forget RB2. I am worried about Connor. Just doesn't look quite the same lately. Honestly, I'm getting the feeling to this Arizona-Seattle game, maybe just not high scoring in general. But anyways, wide receiver to choose between Debo or Thielen. Only options.
I'm going Debo.
Debo.
Yeah. Debo.
All right. Sorry, Nemesis. Must have missed that one. Anthony, what's up? Is Kamani Vidal worth picking up because Dobbins is out and Gus is busted?
Yeah, sure. I don't know if it's going to happen for him, but I mean, it's worth the stash if you got the room. Yeah.
Any running back with a path to touches is worth a stash.
Yes.
So sure, as long as you're not dropping anybody you need. All right, we have Don Groepe. Hi guys, my kicker is on a bye week. All right, kicker bye week question.
Boy.
Daniel Carson, Blake Grupe, Matt Gay, Jason Myers, I think, Nick Folk. I'm testing my memory of kickers. Joey Sly, Cairo Santos, Jake Moody.
Jalen Wright?
Not Jalen Wright.
Oh.
He doesn't kick.
You sure?
Matthew Wright? I want to say Matthew Wright.
The first thing I'll say here, number one, is Don, if you already if you don't need to win this week, just take the 0 at your kicker and don't worry about it. Like if you already have a bye locked up or you're not going to get a bye, just take the 0. Second thing I'll say here is don't take kicker advice from me because I don't even know how many of these guys I can even tell you what team they play on. Carlson, Green Bay.
Okay, so somebody, because I said something about, Carlson. There's 2 Carlsons. One of them, no, he's not in Green Bay. He used to be in Green Bay. I don't know what team he's with now, but the Raiders, I think this is the Raiders Carlson.
Okay, they still have the car. Okay, Group A Saints.
Saints.
Gay, I legit have no idea. Myers Seahawks.
Yes.
Folk Titans.
Yes.
Sly Patriots. Right? Yes. Santos Bears. Moody 49ers. And Wright, I literally don't even know who that is. So if you want to take kicker advice from me, just be warned. I only know half what team half these guys even play for. And if you ask me how many field goals or extra points or what, I have no idea. I would just be guessing for all these guys. That being said, I think I want the 49ers kicker? Probably. Maybe the Bears kicker?
Bold choice.
Is it? Is the 49ers kicker a bold choice? Oh, jeez.
The 49ers kicker was good, but then he missed a bunch of field goals, and he's like, he's a rookie, I think, or he's a second-year player. I don't know.
Maybe Bears kicker. I'm trying to think of teams that like can actually move the ball but don't always finish drives. I don't know. That's my only real kicker thought.
Yeah, which is fair. I would say bulk of the Titans because they get the Jags. They're going to move the ball probably quite a bit, but they're not a team that's going to pile on touchdowns.
True.
Okay,
there you go.
Either one. There we go. Zachary Savoy, 2 receivers, Jawan, Ridley, Pickens, Amari.
The 2 in the middle, Ridley and Pickens.
Yes, 2 running backs, Gibbs, Achane, Garendo, Tracy, Connor.
The first 2, Gibbs and Achane.
1 flex.
Oh, I think I'm flexing Garendo.
Yeah, the running backs are better than the receivers here. I think it's either Garendo or Tracy. It probably should be Garendo. Kraft, Jonnu. Well, it's definitely Jonnu.
Definitely Jonnu.
All right.
Need points. We all do.
Yeah, points are helpful. You have good players at least. You have. I mean, we put actually. Now that I think about it, you got 1, 2, 3 guys that I picked as booms this week. You got 3 of them in your lineup, and then you have 2 stud running backs. Yeah, you're good. Joe Castles, welcome, Joe.
Oh, see, this is the Thursday night decision I don't want. I'm gonna go Jameson Williams, but if he doesn't go off, you're gonna be like, I should have started Westbrook-Ikine, even though Westbrook-Ikine hasn't played yet.
Right. But whatever he's going to do is better than what Jameson didn't do.
Exactly. But I'm going Jameson. Going Jameson here.
Yeah, Jameson is good enough. Saints or Bears?
I'm gonna go Saints. I know like 49ers haven't been lighting the world on fire, but Brock Purdy doesn't turn the ball over a lot. I just think Saints have more upside.
Yeah, let's stream and take our chances against Drew Lock. Favorite DST? Well, we keep talking about the Saints and Titans. Is there one you like better?
I mean, if we're just talking about any defense, not like that will be available, just the defenses I like the best. I think the Steelers or Vikings are probably my top 2.
Yeah, because sure, Jameis might put up yards and touchdowns, but he also will be generous to the Steelers. So,
and the Steelers are just such a good like the Steelers. Like if you're like okay, there's a team that's gonna sack Jameis 5 times and force multiple turnovers. You're like, yeah, Steelers are gonna do that.
Yep. All right, Joe. There you go. Alvin Mack, Superflex. Wow. Okay. Watson or Laporta at the flex?
Christian Watson or Sam Laporta? Oh, man.
Christian Watson is the ultimate. Who knows?
I know, but Sam, it's like, do you want the boom bust wide receiver or do you want the touchdown or bust tight end? Man.
When, I'm asking and also going to look it up at the same time, but it's not purely rhetorical. Like, I'm serious. When is the last time Christian Watson boomed? Because I don't actually remember.
Well, I mean, I guess you have to define a boom. He did have 4 catches for 150 against the Bears.
Yeah, he had that one game a couple weeks ago. Other than that, it's been almost nothing this year.
I guess go Laporta and hope for the touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do. Brado blends. If Brees is out, Braylon Allen over Chuba.
Yes.
Yeah. If he's totally out, only if he's totally out. Dustin Forsberg, Disley or Otten?
I'm going Otten. Didn't we have this question earlier?
Yeah, I think we did. I think I said Disley. Zymalik, Love or Darnold?
Darnold. Well, I don't hate Love tonight, but I mean, it's not the best spot for him on the road, so I'll go Darnold.
Yeah, and again, he's been another player. He's just been average for fantasy. No big games really, and that's because Josh Jacobs has been so good. It's not going to change, I don't think. I think if there's hope for a big game, it's that the Lions get up early and the Packers are forced to pass the ball. Like if they really actually can stop Josh Jacobs, which I could see happening, but Darnold makes more sense based on matchups. And then pick 2 between Tyreek, Jaden Reed, Marvin Harrison, or Westbrook Akine.
I think I'm just going to go Harrison and Reed. I know Reed is risky, but so is Tyreek this week. And so is Akine if he's not catching touchdowns, even though it is the Jags. Harrison and Reed for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go Harrison and Reed too. Reed should be the best one, as far as matchups go. But like you said, it actually just, again, shocked me looking at it again. I did the breakdown playoff wide receivers because, last week was the running backs and this week was wide receivers, top 12. Tyreek, not only did Tyreek not make the list, but I look back, he's only had one 100-yard game all season. Well, just one. Tyreek Hill. He's not scoring touchdowns either. It's really shocking if you look at it, how he has changed, but go with the upside of Reed, go with the upside of Harrison. John B. 10-man winning in. All right. Needs one receiver, one flex. Harrison, Reed, Allen, Westbrook, Akine, Connor, Tracy, Garendo.
I'm going to go Keenan and Harrison. Keenan and Harrison. I just feel a little bit better about Harrison this week than Reed.
This is where it gets tough. I'm gonna go Keenan Reed, but again, between those two, again, both of them have been very consistent. Who knows? Connor, Tracy, Garendo, and no. So I guess you're not starting any of those running backs, which is fine. We should just, every thumbnail for this entire week should just have Nick Westbrook Akine on it, because
pretty much
90% of questions are going to have him. And this is Soti. I know you've been here before, and I still don't know how to say that. So hopefully I'm saying, I don't want to say, because I almost want to say like sweaty, and then that's not right. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah, probably not.
Soti. Must win. Of course it
Gotta go, John. I can't bench John. I know Njoku's coming off a big game, but that was a game where Jameis Winston threw the ball 60 times. This is the Steelers. Johnny's 3 straight games. Johnny's gone over 20 fantasy points. I can't leave that. I just can't leave that on my bench. If this is the week where somehow the Dolphins chuck it down the field and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle get all these targets, so be it. So be it. I don't want another week of Jonnu Smith getting 20 on my bench.
Yeah. Against the Jets, I don't think this is the week.
Probably.
In fact, this is probably more of a Jonnu Smith week than ever before. Yeah, just go Jonnu. And again, there's legitimate risk. Jameis Winston does not have a good game at the Steelers. So there you go. It is Jonnu. Hopefully you win. In which, by the way, just for my own sake, so tell me how to say that name. And are you like in Italy or somewhere? It looks like you got a form, like a euro currency there. I don't know. Jose Orta, Hawkinson or Njoku?
Well, here I will go Njoku.
Yeah, exactly. Here you can go Njoku, and then Hopkins, Ridley, Harrison, Jennings, or Debo start 3.
I'm going to go Ridley, Harrison. This is where it gets tough. This isn't a terrible spot for D-Hop. Not a great spot for Jennings or Debo. I don't know. I might just go D-Hop here as the third.
Ridley's the easy one. Harrison should be 2. The third one is tough. I thought you might go Jennings because I know you're like, I'm still not out on him, and I agree. We shouldn't just be completely out on Jennings. Both him and Debo should get sort of a pass for the last 2 weeks, right? The weather, the not having a fully healthy Purdy, not having him at all. I just don't feel a lot of upside for D-Hop here, so I might go Jennings as the third option. It's kind of what I expected you would say, but I guess not. All right.
I don't mind Jennings. I mean, I don't feel strongly about D-Hop over Jennings, so it's fine if you want to go Jennings.
Yeah, I don't feel strongly either. So, Juicy J, Reed, DK Mooney, just one.
I see a lot of people are down on DK this week.
Well, he also right now I think has the questionable tag. If he didn't miss practice, let me look. Because somebody asked me about him earlier and was saying, he's questionable. And I don't know if
it's but wasn't he questionable last week and the week before?
Yeah.
I'm going DK Metcalf. I don't know. Okay, Jaden Reed, sure, he's got a good matchup. Mooney's got a great matchup, but I can't trust Mooney with Cousins right now. I'm just going to go DK Metcalf here.
Yeah, I don't see anything making it look like he's going to miss, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I think you still should go DK here as well. Again, Reed could, but who knows? All right, then we go to G. Just going by G. I'm worried about Jamar Chase. No.
Nah, not worried.
And then still got Puka and Kyron starting over Gibbs. I think
that's fine. I mean, Kyron and Gibbs close for me, but Kyron, man, I mean, the Seahawks, or not the Seahawks, the Saints, not the Saints, the Bills. They're all bad, but the Bills are a terrible run defense. I think I still go Kyron. Puka and Kyron over Gibbs, yes.
Yeah, it's not really a crucial decision because both are really good running backs. So right. I would just go Kyron here as well. LA 5150, JJ Higgins, Westbrook-Ikine, Judy, and Shakir pick 2.
JJ and Higgins.
Yeah, definitely those first 2. Bijan, Tracy, and Pacheco. Oh, okay. It's good to know now. This says it's non-PPR. Need to flex.
Okay, I go Bijan and Tracy. I think I still go Judy over Pacheco, though, even in non-PPR. I still don't love Pacheco this week. Yeah, he'll probably get more involved, but I still don't think we're going to see full Pacheco yet. So I'm going to go J.J. Higgins at wide receiver, Bijan Tracy at running back, Judy at the flex.
Yeah, Pacheco, you got to wonder exactly how many touches he'll get. It's not really a good matchup for him. So good with that. And this, going to take your word for it that this is true, JSC, somebody dropped Jerry Jeudy today.
Wow.
It's too good. Too many points.
Yeah. Go get them.
Get those points off of my team. All right, so Don with another one. Don G. Mahomes or Mayfield?
Baker. As long as Evans plays, Baker.
Yeah. If Evans does not play, all bets are off. Ernesto, welcome back. Goff, Caleb, Winston, Will Levis, pick 2.
I'm going to go Goff and Caleb. I know Winston has more upside than Goff, but he also has way more risk. I'm just going to go Goff and Caleb.
Yeah, I'd be very worried about Jameis. Just take what Goff gives you. Yep, go the first two. Speaking of Judy, Dustin Forsberg wants to know, would you flex Bucky over Judy in full PPR?
I think I would. I think Bucky just has a higher floor with the ceiling. I think I would go Bucky over Judy.
Yeah, I know it's going to be, other than the one guy who randomly dropped Jerry Judy for no reason, other than that, it's going to be hard not to have Judy in your starting lineup. But, you know, you got to play matchups. You got to assume he's not going to go for 200 yards again. It's a much, much, much tougher matchup. So it's go Bucky. Bizzleman, again, half PPR, need to flex Gus, Juwan Jennings, and Joku. Can't start him at tight end because he already has Kittle.
Yeah, it's definitely not Gus. I'm just debating Jennings or Njoku. Why? This is the week where like Njoku, Judy, they all do nothing right after that, because after coming off that monster game, now Njoku will have like 3 catches for 10 yards.
Exactly.
Judy will have like 6 for 60 or something. I don't know, but I probably need to flex Njoku here. Sadly, it's not a good, not a great spot for Jennings.
Yeah. Murica, FPV, Goff or Carr?
I cannot play Derek Carr. Goff all day.
Yeah. Let's go Goff easily here. And then I like this one. Josh 007. Laporta or Ingram? He said, I know if I bench Laporta, he's going to go off on my bench.
Well, I will say between the two, Laporta has more touchdown upside, so I would just roll with Laporta.
Yeah. I mean, for that reason also. But, yeah, Laporta, I would start Laporta over Ingram. Okay. Let's see. Next is Muscle March Fitness.
All right.
Who do I play? Brees, Dowdle, Connor, Jacobs, which two?
We definitely play Jacobs tonight. Who would think? Who would think this would be like your dilemma?
You know, it used to be early in the season, the Dolphins were kind almost to some extent a run funnel defense. And they still are worse against the run than the pass for sure, but they're not like a sieve or anything. It's not like a smash matchup.
I mean, does it even matter?
Well, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. The problem is Brees and the knee and the Jets.
What I mean is, like, even if they were playing the Panthers, how good would you feel about Brees Hall?
Right. That's what I'm saying. The matchup shouldn't even matter. If it's Brees Hall, you start Brees Hall. I mean, I would say right now, if Brees Hall is playing and he's good, I'm not scared that he's going to leave with an injury. I would still play Brees Hall.
I don't think I can.
If I'm worried, then I would just go Dowdle.
Oh, man. I would not want this decision. Muscle March.
Which, by the way, since while you're thinking about it, Muscle March, if you have any recommendations, I'm looking for some home gym equipment, maybe you can give me some recommendations. I haven't asked Chris. I try not to bother him with like training stuff because he's like, I used to do that,
All you need is a bench and a good set of adjustable dumbbells, and you're set.
Yeah, but that doesn't look good when you're taking the selfies to post on Instagram.
I mean, look, if you want to go all out like a garage gym, go for it.
No. I'm definitely kidding.
That's all I did during COVID. I had a bench and adjustable dumbbells. That's it. That's all you need.
There we go. Is my wife listening? Maybe.
Unless you're trying to compete, which I don't think you are. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning Connor here, but I guess Dowdle's okay. Jacobs, Dowdle. I don't think I'm playing Brees even if he plays. Honestly, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't take the risk. I can't take the risk of Brees Hall just killing me for another week. Because even if he plays, he's not 100%. Like he's not. Like
no,
he's just not. So can't take the risk of another week. Brees Hall killing me, which he's done pretty much every game except for that random Colts game a couple weeks ago when I was like, don't play Brees Hall, and of course he decides to go off that game. But I mean, look at 9 points, 10 points, 12 points, 6 points. That's 4 of his last 5 games. Like he's just killing you. He's killing you. Killing you. I'm gonna go Jacobs and then I guess Dowdle.
Yeah, the one I'm most worried about is Connor because, again, I'm not sure what it is. He's slowed down the last couple of weeks, and this is even since the bye. And so 33, 8, and 68 rushing yards last 3 games, and he's only scored a touchdown once in the last 4 games. He has been bailing out because of receptions. All of a sudden, he's become like a reception machine, but yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about Connor. This is that same matchup. That 8-yard game, it was against Seattle. So I'd rather take a shot on some upside from Dowdle. All right, so let's just say Jacobs and Dowdle. You don't have to play Brees. I don't have to play Connor.
Mention your top 5 pick in week 14 because fantasy football.
That's how it is. You don't have to dance with who brung you. If Brees didn't even bring us anywhere, did he? Billy Joe Billingsley needs to beat little brother to let him know how it is. I love that. Just to let him know. Teach him a lesson.
Got it. Gotta let him know. I'm going Caleb and Garendo here.
There you go. Caleb and Garendo. Worldwide Gaming. Love Kyler or Herbert?
Ooh, I do like Herbert, but I'm going Kyler here. I'm going Kyler.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kyler as well. Yeah, Love, I mean, they're kind of banged up. The Lions defense has still been pretty solid. I don't feel like there's a big Love game. Dylan Dembeck, non-PPR, needs 2 for the flex. DK Chuba, Tyreek McBride.
It's non-PPR. That does hurt McBride a little bit.
Since he doesn't know where the end zone is.
He does still rack up a lot of yards. I mean, it's not like...
Right.
I mean, 96, 133, 71. It's not like he doesn't get yards.
But you know the thing here, you say that, McBride never scores. What did I just say? Tyreek has, I think, 4 touchdowns all year, and DK has 2 or something crazy.
Still more
3.
than McBride.
He's 3.
Still more.
He's 3 touchdowns.
Still more than McBride.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm gonna go DK and Tyreek.
Yeah, I think you need some touchdown upside. DK and Tyreek, and you're hoping for the big play, and then stream Tua or Russ.
I'm going Russ.
Russ, trust in Russ. Feel the real deal. Caleb, Barkley, Irving, AJ Brown, Higgins, Kittle, Monty, Mike Evans on the bench. Debo, Sutton, JSN. Man, that was a good team.
Is it PPR? It's full. I'm playing Evans over Monty personally.
Yeah, you have to play Evans.
But I mean, I guess there is risk that Evans maybe doesn't play. So if you want to play it safe, I guess you can go with Monty.
You know what? Well, hold on. I say that, but it's like Sutton's on bye. You don't really want to start Debo.
I mean, I almost want to get crazy and bench AJ Brown, but that's probably crazy.
I was wondering if you would say that. I was wondering if we were going to swap Evans in for AJ Brown.
I don't think I can just yet. Like, AJ
No.
Brown's still barely in my circle of trust, like barely right now.
Yeah. All right. Let's just do this. Let's put Evans at the flex. If Evans doesn't play, you can still go, what, Jason?
Yeah, I guess worst case.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Boomer says he's putting the waiver claim for Atlanta, but let's not all bench them.
I'd be very shocked if somebody took Atlanta because they play the Vikings this week. Not a great matchup. And they haven't been a great DST, so.
Yeah, I'm just shocked anybody would pick up Atlanta defense, period, other than the fact it's the Bipocalypse. Okay, let's throw this out here because somebody mentioned Santos. Mikey says news on Myers. Are we worried about Myers? Wondering if you should start Christian Watson tonight. I wouldn't do that.
No, I'm not too worried. I know he's not practicing, but it doesn't sound like. Yeah. I mean, ankle. Aiden O'Connell didn't practice either, but that's an illness. Nah, I'm not worried about Jacoby Myers yet. I don't know what your other options are, but I feel like you got to have a better option than Christian Watson if Myers sits.
Yeah. Now, if you said, "Oh, I'm worried, can I play Jaden Reed?" Okay, maybe. No, I feel like this could be disastrous for you. Sammy, happy Thursday. That's right. Pick 2: Jalen Warren, Ray Davis, Rashad White, Gus Edwards, Sincere Abdullah. Bye weeks. Why this late, NFL? Why? I realize these teams all need a week off, but why this week? Why this late?
Why so many teams? I'm going to go Rashad White. Rashad White and I guess Sincere McCormick. Although you do want to pay attention to see if like maybe Alexander Madison is back or not. Not that I think he's going to take McCormick like the job, but it just crowds the backfield more.
Yeah, it would be a very annoying wrench to throw in there. But I will say, look, McCormick, remember, was a practice squad guy. They did sign him to the active roster, so they got plans to still do something with him. I mean, why not give him a chance? What do the Raiders have to gain from actually just putting Alexander Madison on the field at this point anymore? Like, why not just see what McCormick can do? Yes. All right. I agree there. White and Sincere. Glad you said Sincere. I got my UTSA shirt on. Represent. So this is another, I'm guessing, bye-related question. Because why else would we talk about Kenneth Gainwell? Do you think that the Eagles are going to run up the score so much that Saquon gets pulled?
So, okay. I think who did I talk? It was Evans. When I talked about Evans on the Booms last week, I said another going against Carolina. I said another reason why I really like Evans this week is because this version of the Panthers is keeping games close. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're keeping games close. Even when they played the Chiefs, they only lost by 3. They now have had their last 4 games. They've lost by 3 or fewer points. 4 straight games. That includes the Chiefs, the Bucs. That includes some good teams. So no, I don't. I don't think that's going to happen. Sorry.
No.
I hate to tell you, if you're going against Barkley this week, light as many candles as you possibly can.
Yeah, and don't start Gainwell. I mean, any of those running backs that were just in the previous question would put them all over Gainwell.
Yeah,
Somebody's got to be on waivers. All right, so back to Evans here, Tyler. If Evans doesn't play, who would you flex? Adams, D Hop, Jennings, Pacheco.
Well, I said D Hop over Jennings. I don't feel strongly about it. D Hop or Jennings.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to start Devontae. There you go. D Hop or Jennings. I think I said Jennings. You said D Hop, but it's close. Now we have another one from Shetin. Garendo, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard. 2 running backs. It's a must-win week.
I know Pollard gets the Jags, but I'm going Jacobs and Garendo. I just feel I had Pollard on the booms and I took him off for Garendo. Maybe I'll regret it. But I just feel like I know Garendo is going to get almost every touch, and the guy has the ability on one play to go 40 yards for a touchdown. So I'm going to go Jacobs Garendo.
Yeah, definitely lock Jacobs in before tonight's game. I like Pollard. I think he's a very solid pick. If you need, upside potential for a big game, sure, you can go Garendo. It's hard to know how many touches they're going to give him. Who else? I mean, who else would get touches in that backfield? Is there anybody else who's even on actual threat to touch the ball? I know they just signed Izzy. He's not going to touch the ball though.
No, they signed Keyshawn Vaughn.
Did they really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a name I have not heard in a long time. Didn't think I would hear again. Okay. Don with another one. 10-3 needs a defense. Have Eagles. Who would you go with for this and rest of season? Eagles should be fine. I know, like you were saying, Carolina keeps it close, but I think the Eagles defense is fine this week.
Yeah, they're definitely fine this week. I wouldn't say I'm going to start the Eagles the rest of the season. I mean, maybe it depends on their schedule. Week 15, they get Steelers, so maybe not. It is in Philly. I don't know, but this week they're fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine with the Eagles. Their defense has definitely stepped up the last few weeks, so just keep them for now. James Biggs, close to midnight over in London.
Wow.
All right. Man, 2 QB Superflex, full PPR, needs to pick 2 from Tua, Mahomes, or O'Connell.
Yeah, I like O'Connell this week, but I don't think I'm starting him over Tua or Mahomes. You should be fine with Tua and Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes is totally fine to play. Maybe if you want some upside AOC, hope for a big game over Tua. But if it's me, I'm probably keeping Tua in there as well. And then Robert Perkey. All right, here we go. Lightning round time. Robert's got 10 questions in one.
All right.
Tracy or Garendo?
Garendo.
Judy or Juwan?
Judy.
Yeah, definitely Judy. Aaron Jones or Juwan?
Judy.
Mooney, Tracy, McBride, or Keenan? Is that the question?
Okay, Keenan.
Ridley, MHJ, or Juwan?
Ridley.
Yeah, I'm going Ridley for sure. Monty, Garendo, or Tracy?
Monty
tonight. Mooney, Evans, Aaron Jones.
Evans.
Yeah, Evans, no doubt. McBride or Jonnu?
Ooh, McBride. Still got to go McBride.
Yeah. And then Garendo or Aaron Jones?
Garendo.
That one I might go Aaron Jones. That's the only one. Everything else there. All right, Robert, got them all? Set 10 lineups simultaneously. Dustin Dresselhaus. How's it going, Dustin? 1 QB league, full PPR, needs 3 receivers and 3 flex. Okay, got Worthy, Hopkins, BTJ, MVS, Rico, Garendo, Tillman, Odunze, Debo. So we need 3 receivers.
Yeah, I know.
They're worth starting.
Hopkins, Debo, and Valdez Scantling, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then 3 flex.
Garendo, Dowdle. Oh, man. Why does BTJ have to have Mac Jones? The Titans secondary is very banged up. Who we picking between Worthy, BTJ, Odunze, and Tillman?
Yeah, with those choices, I might just go BTJ and hope for a long catch.
Yeah, BTJ.
There you go. All right, Dustin, good luck. All right, we have Zach Akra. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. London, Puka Reed, Harrison Jennings, Bijan, Chase Brown, Brees Hall, Tyrone Tracy, trying to win to make the playoffs. I mean, you got enough players here. You should definitely make the playoffs. But
yeah,
let's see.
All right, London Puka, wide receiver. Bijan, Chase Brown at running back. I'm going to flex Harrison. Is it PPR? Does it say? It doesn't say. I'm going to flex Harrison. If it's not PPR, I'll flex Tracy. So, yeah, I'm going to go London Puka, Bijan, Chase Brown, Harrison at the flex. Unless it's non-PPR, then Tracy.
And the defense, Arizona or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
There you go. YMC needs 2. Tracy, Pacheco, Waddle, Mooney.
I mean, Tracy's the one. Oh, it's full PPR. I might just gamble on Mooney. It's such a good matchup. Again, I'm not quite ready for Pacheco yet, and I can't do it Waddle against the Jets. So Tracy and Mooney.
Yeah, if it's full PPR, Mooney might be your best, and then I like Tracy this week. Jordan Dumas. Winning in. Okay. Wish you had Brian Robinson this week. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't. Needs help with the flex. Warren, Westbrook Akine, Elijah Moore, Sincere, McCormick. Have Thielen at wide receiver 3. I mean, I would play Westbrook Akine over Thielen.
Yeah, I would too, but I'm wondering, like, do I play Thielen over Elijah Moore? Still, I might. Yeah, I think I'll just flex Westbrook and leave Thielen in there. They both have tough matchups, but at least Thielen, I feel like, will get the more targets.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, there you go. And then Cali Kid. Is Rashad worth dropping for Braylon Allen? No, Bucky's going to play, right? He just was kind of like sore. I think he'll play.
You don't have anybody else besides Rachaad White to drop?
Well, he says he could drop Ingram because he has Njoku, unless these are different leagues.
I mean, yeah, you can drop Ingram if you have Njoku.
And then ask, is Elijah worth picking up for AR? Like Elijah Moore?
Like drop Anthony Richardson, pick up Elijah Moore. I mean, sure, if Anthony Richardson isn't your, like, if you already have a stud quarterback, sure. If this is all the same league, I would probably drop Ingram for Braylon Allen and keep Rachaad White. I don't think you need Odunze.
No, not really. Okay, let's see. Jacob White. 10-man, start Goff or Winston.
I'm going to go Goff. Just very nervous about Jameis this week.
Yeah, says it's 0.4 for passing yards, 7 for a touchdown, and -2 for interceptions. It says right, 7 for a passing touchdown.
It's weird.
That's aggressive. Also, Stafford and Purdy are available.
I don't like them this week.
Purdy, no, definitely not feeling Purdy. Stafford against the Bills, no. Let's just go Goff. Just really hope Winston doesn't have another 400-yard game. Don't think he will. And Dustin, Forsberg, Herbert, or Caleb?
I'm going to go Caleb. I do like Herbert this week, but I think Caleb has a little more upside.
Yeah, I like Caleb here. And then Josh Nelson. JD's on bye. Streamers, good QB streamers. Okay, so the best QB streamers. I mean, Caleb Williams, if he's available.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Williams, Russell Wilson.
You still like AOC, I assume?
Yeah, he's like the okay, those guys are all gone. Sure, I'll go AOC. I still think Justin Herbert this week's gonna have a good week if somebody dropped him after last week.
True. Yeah, and Russell Wilson probably wasn't picked up a lot of places. I think Russell Wilson might be the best if you want to consider him a streamer. And then flex Monty or Chase Brown. You have to play Chase Brown, don't you?
I can't bench Chase Brown.
It already has Bijan and Kamara. Man, yeah, you're stacked at running back. How'd you get so many good running backs?
Can't bench Chase Brown.
Yeah, can't bench Chase. Okay. Surge. Is Garrett Wilson and Kenneth Walker cooked?
Garrett Wilson might be cooked. I mean, he's not cooked in real life, but his situation, he might be cooked with his situation. I just don't understand Kenneth Walker, really. I don't know what has happened. Like, did I miss major injuries to the offensive line? Like,
somebody mentioned that. I don't know. I know they had injuries to the offensive line. I feel like in the very beginning of the season, like it's not something new. You know what I mean? I remember week 1 they were out with was it Abraham Lucas or some of their top offensive line were out, but that's not something that changed. I don't think that week. I feel like he's changed.
Yeah, something. I mean, he's averaging 3.7 yards per carry this year. His last 5 games, 1.3, 3.3, 3.9, 2.6, 3.1. This guy's like the worst running back in the league right now. And it's not like he's not getting the touches. 25 carries, 14 carries, 16 carries, 16 carries. Like, this guy's getting, and not only that, he's still catching passes, right? He's got 2 catches, 4 catches, 2 catches, 3 catches, 4 catches. He's got 38 catches on the season. Like, and remember, he missed some games. Like, it doesn't make sense. This guy's terrible. Terrible.
I know. With that said, there's still hope. But it's just not an auto start like it used to be. So, it's pick and choose. And we don't like Garrett Wilson this week, that's for sure. Not a good matchup. He's not cooked. His quarterback is cooked. Michael Marowitz, Love, Tua, or Caleb?
Love. I'll go Love tonight.
Yeah, I'll go Love here too. You know what? Let's do a quick lightning round as we catch up here. We got 45 minutes till kickoff of the Thursday night game, I think. All right, so we'll keep rolling as we catch up to all the chats. If you did super chat, hang tight. We're gonna get there. But first, Derek Van Cole, Evans or Pickens?
Evans. But at least in this case, if he doesn't play, Pickens is a great consolation prize.
Yeah, I don't know how you can't start them both, but if you have to choose, it's Evans, Emiliano Hernandez, Watson, or Debo?
Debo.
Yeah. Luke Heineman, Baker, or Caleb?
Baker, assuming Evans plays.
Right. And then Alonzo Martinez, Auten, or Njoku?
Njoku.
All right. There you go. Okay. And just for my own sake here, it's from Germany, not Italy, and it's a nickname. Yeah, that didn't help whatsoever.
Yeah, I know.
Soti.
All right.
Soti. Daniel Knapp. 12-man PPR, 1 flex, Debo, Waddle, Elijah Moore. Start Harrison, Nakua, McConkey. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go Debo here. Hope he gets some carries, rips off a long run. Maybe he runs back a kickoff.
Yeah. And then RB, start Connor, Chase Brown, and sit Edwards. Yeah, he
Yes.
start Gus Edwards.
Don't start Gus Edwards. Yes. Connor or Chase Brown. Yes.
Julio, how's it going? Buy Mageddon lineup. Well,
I mean, this is a very good Buy Mageddon lineup. What does your lineup look like normally?
I was gonna say you don't seem to be too affected here.
Nah, you're good.
No
change.
No moves. You're good. Chris Laborde, how's it going? Was 2-6, have won 4 straight because you were on here. You made smart moves, got Juwan Jennings, then Jonnu Smith, and Bo Nix win and in. Here we go. All right. Oh, he's going to post the team. Let me see. See, I always say, guys, you can't give up. You stay active, you're going to be ahead of everybody else in your league.
Yep.
Well, I don't see his team yet. Maybe we'll see it. But Juice says Schoonmaker was dropped, but now you can't play Schoonmaker. Ferguson is confirmed good, right?
Yeah, Ferguson's in. Schoonmaker, don't pick him up. Nope.
Yeah. Maddie Tail, Herb fully loaded or Mr. Unlimited? Nice.
Oh, is that Justin Herbert or Russell Wilson? I'm going Russ.
It is Russ. Mr. Unlimited. That's right. I forgot. God, this thing. How did I even get that? I don't remember.
Because I think he said something about unlimited, like being unlimited or something like that.
Yeah. C. Smith, Kincaid or Disley. I have no interest in Kincaid. Forget that guy.
Disley.
Yeah, it's Disley, Gray or Kraft. Or Gray Kraft. Wait a minute. One tight end.
Saying two leagues. 2 leagues.
Disley and Kraft, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go Disley and Kraft. Not a good spot for Kraft, but yeah. Disley and Kraft.
Jason Noble. No, don't remember answering this. Jennings or Reed?
I'll go Reed here.
Yeah. Definitely feel better about Reed in this case. Jay with another one. Mahomes, Jameis, or Cooper Rush? We're not going to.
I'm just going to go Mahomes this week.
Yeah, I think you're fine with Mahomes. Okay. And then we have Jiffy 23, Love or Murray?
I'm going Murray. I might be irrationally high on Murray this week. We'll see. But I like Murray.
Yeah, being high on Kyler always feels irrational these days. He does. He should. He's got more upside than Love. I think Love will be fine, but Kyler, could have a big game. Hypothetically speaking, defense question, just because. Antoine Dykes, Vikings or Seahawks?
Vikings.
Yeah, definitely Vikings here. What about this for tonight? Unstoppable, Reed or Pollard?
Ooh. I think I just go Pollard against the Jags.
I mean, trying to think if Reed, saying, well, Reed could have a bigger ceiling, but is his ceiling really bigger than Pollard having a good game? I mean, because he would need to score 2 touchdowns, right? Or have 100 yards and a touchdown, which he could do, but Pollard could have 100 yards and a touchdown just as easily.
Exactly. I mean, Reed hasn't even really had any big games this year. Even last week with 2 touchdowns, what did he end up with? 19 PPR points with 2 touchdowns. He's had 1 20 PPR point game. That was way back in week 4. No, I'm sorry. He did have a 33 point game week 1. That's right. When he had that crazy game where he had like those that really long touchdown? Did he have like a 70-yard touchdown or something?
Yeah, week 1. No, but even PPR, just go Pollard here. I agree, Pollard.
Yeah.
All right, Mary Jo in the 18 league. Hurts, Bijan, Connor, AJ Evans, McBride, Steelers, and Aubrey. Got Harrison, Jennings, Pacheco on the bench. Any switches?
I don't think so. I mean, if Evans is out, go Harrison. But other than that, no.
Yeah. All right. Hey, where has Python been? Here's Python.
Yeah, where you been, dude? Where you been?
Okay. Okay. Well, he said where he's been. Working and gambling. There you go.
All right. Well, hopefully you've been winning money at least. Making money and winning money, hopefully.
Hopefully not like on the run. Thomas has a source.
Oh.
Giving Evans 11% chance, Swift a 22% chance, and Hall 38% chance.
Wow. Who is your source? I'm curious. Please don't say Jesse Morse.
Oh, no, please. Please, no. Anybody with a blue check by their name doesn't count as a source.
Right.
Especially nowadays. Okay. Well, take that for what it's worth.
Yeah. Who is your source? I want to know who your source is.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to catch up here. Let's do Keith Vines. How's it going, Keith? Tua, Jennings, London, Barkley, Chuba, Kraft, MVS. On the bench is Tillman, Jonathan Brooks, Pacheco, Thielen. Don't love Chuba, but do you like Pacheco more? I don't think so.
No, probably just got to go Chuba here.
Yeah, no switches. I think you're good.
Yeah.
As good as you can get.
All right, so this is interesting. I did not expect this. Thomas said his source is another fantasy football channel. It's based off AI. Is there like an AI? Is there an AI fantasy football channel out there? Curious now.
Wait, the channel is based off AI, or they just have like a injury thing that's from AI? I will just say this: AI says a lot of crazy stuff.
Yes.
So I wouldn't. I don't know if that counts as a source either, but
yeah, you can say the channel.
Yeah, we're not, no problem there. Rashik Barron, Westbrook Akine or Khalil Shakir?
I think you got to just go Westbrook Akine. Shakir is fine, but I don't think you can bench Westbrook Akine right now.
Yeah, it's the thing with Shakir is he gets you the floor for sure. He's getting the most targets in that offense. He's going to catch some passes, but his ADOT is really low. He's not getting those big chunk plays. Doesn't score a lot of touchdowns because when they get in the red zone, they run. So just not a lot of upside. Let's go with.
He's saying Fantasy Pros. I didn't know Fantasy Pros had a AI injury predictor. Are they accurate? Like, is their injury predictor accurate?
Well, that's the question. You can have one, doesn't mean it's. Look, maybe it is. I mean, I like Fantasy Pros. I'll just say I don't do rankings anymore just because it's not worth the time. I mean, everything I do is on here now. It's like what's the point? So I technically am still a ranker for Fantasy Pros. I will do for baseball. I'll do my rankings there. But I haven't really done as much with Fantasy Pros lately, but at least it's reputable. Cesar Leo, what's up? Jaden Reed or wait for Mike Evans?
Well, this is tough because if you don't play Jaden Reed and Evans doesn't play, who are you pivoting to?
You know, I was about to say let's consult the AI, but I'm curious now. I don't know. I mean, from what you've seen, do you get the feeling that Evans is banged up? He's not going to go, or you think this is more just a rest because it's Mike Evans?
Yeah, I think he's going to play, but at the same time, I mean, I can't sit here and say like that he for sure is going to play because I don't know. I mean, I get like if your only pivot from Evans is like, somebody borderline unstartable, like I don't know who's unstartable.
Who's unstartable? Let's see. Laviska Chanel.
Yeah. Okay, who's unstartable that actually like would be on a fantasy roster? Yeah. I would want to wait for Evans, but if the alternative is really, really bad, I might just play Jaden Reed tonight.
Quentin Johnson. How about Quentin Johnson? He might actually be on rosters.
Yeah, I would just play Jaden Reed tonight because I don't want to have to depend on QJ.
All right, there you go. I mean, I get the feeling it's nothing serious with Evans. I think he's going to play. I would want to play Evans, but if you're worried, Reed is definitely not a bad choice.
Yeah, I did see for what it's worth, a Bucks beat writer, which they're not always 100% accurate, said he expects both Bucky and Evans to play.
Right.
So,
all right,
for whatever that's worth. Not saying that that's guaranteed.
True. Things change quickly. Marwan Elskahoot, full PPR, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 flex, Hall, Achane, Irving, Lajuan, Devonta Smith.
All right, you got to still go Achane over Irving, as tough as it is. I got to go Lad at wide receiver, but then I'll flex Irving. So Achane, Irving, Lad.
There you go. You don't have to risk Breece Hall. And okay, I think he posted it again. This is the same question, so we'll go over that. Let's help Andrea out. How's it going, Andrea? In Superflex. Wow, this is a good one.
I'll just go Jameson tonight. I'll take whatever Jameson gives me. I don't want to see Mac Jones in my lineups.
There you go. I like that it's not even about like the points and the projections. It's like I just don't want to see him in my lineup. And you know what? Yeah. I'm with you. I don't want to have to depend on him. Jameson Williams. Felix Tav. Okay, another Westbrook, Akine, or Shakir question. I think we said Westbrook.
Kine. Yeah, Kine.
Winston or
Purdy. I will go Winston over Purdy. I just feel like he has more upside. Not feeling a big Purdy week this week.
Yeah, agree with that. Cooper or Mooney?
Let's give me Mooney. I'm not starting Cooper. Like, again, to the question before, like if you're like, well, I could pivot to Cooper if Evans doesn't play. Nope, just give me Jaden Reed. I'm not pivoting to Cooper. Not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Because what's going on there? I mean, he should be healthy by now, right? Is it still this injury or is it just...
I don't think it's that. I think it's this. There's a reason teams trade these guys away, and it's not because they're like, wow, this guy's so good.
It's odd with Amari, though, because, like, okay, the Deontay Johnson thing, totally get. I mean, he's been like that before, right? He's not known to be the most supportive in the locker room. But Amari Cooper's supposed to be the opposite, right? He's supposed to be like this locker room glue guy, like this real down to earth and like helpful. He's a veteran, and it's not that. I mean, they want to play him, and he's got a good quarterback. It's just weird that he hasn't been able to integrate in the offense by now. You know what I mean? That's the one that really surprises me, the Cooper one.
Maybe the fact that he struggled early on with Cleveland isn't just because he was playing with Deshaun Watson. Maybe Amari Cooper is just not that good anymore.
A little dusty.
Might be getting a little dusty.
Ooh, okay.
It happens. It happens to the best of them.
Let's see. Was it like a 3-4 on the dust meter, maybe?
Trying to think of like a creative dust scale instead of just saying like a 1-2, like how, like.
Where else should come
maybe Linus's blanket would be like the most dusty.
No, Pigpen's blanket.
Or Pigpen's blanket. That's what I mean. Yeah, Pigpen's blanket. That's like you are complete dust.
A picture of it's like Pigpen, but with Zeke's face on it.
Yes. That'll be the mascot for the dust. Dust meter.
We're working on it. Graphic designers, anybody want to put that together for us? Working on it. I can't do it. All right. Rashik Barron, again, 9-4. Rate this team for the playoffs. We'll do. Allen, Shakir, St. Brown, Chase Brown. Okay. James Cook, Kittle, Rico on the bench is Day, Laporta, Westbrook, Keeney, Rashad White, Goff, Thielen. Pittsburgh defense, Miami's kicker. Of course, good luck.
Well, I'll definitely wish you good luck. Good luck. Doesn't say how many teams this is. Gonna assume and hope 12-teamer or deeper. I mean, it's good, but it doesn't like stand out as like a phenomenal team. I'll say one thing. I mean, you do have good running backs. You obviously have Allen Kittle. That's good. I do have my worries about St. Brown rest of the season. I think St. Brown will be fine, but I don't think St. Brown is going to be a league winner type guy or anything like that. Like, I don't think you're going to be like, oh, St. Brown won me a championship this year. So I'm going to say like an 8.
Yeah, solid across the board. But that's the thing. Is like we throw out the term league winner, but there are guys who will go off for 2, sometimes 3 straight weeks in the fantasy playoffs. And you're like, that guy won me my league. Alvin Kamara with 6 touchdowns, right? A couple years ago, won people their leagues single-handedly just because of that. And as dusty as Juju Smith-Schuster's these days, I will always have a little corner, a little sliver of my heart, because that one year when he had his one good year, basically, he helped me win my championship because he went off in the second half of the season, late in the season. There are guys who will do that, those huge performances. So I don't know if you have that guy. Chase Brown maybe will be that guy, but you have Zay. You can start over Shakir next week and going forward. So it's good. I just don't know. We don't know what the competition looks like either. So I guess 8. 8's fair. Clancy, New York Jets. Ball as well. It is. By Mageddon is killing me. Needs a top 6 score to get into the playoffs. Ooh. High stakes Vegas League. Okay. Second flex. Cooks, McLeod, or Leggett?
McLeod, I don't think is practiced yet. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Calvin Austin. I think I'm going to go Brandon Cooks here. It's the Bengals. He did lead the team in target share last week. Of course, a big part of that was because CeeDee Lamb barely played in the second half. But he only played 39% of the snaps. He should play more this week because now, that was his first game back after a long absence. They get the Bengals. I think I'm going to gamble on Brandon Cooks here.
Yeah, Cooks is immediately where my eyes went to. Talked about him as a sneaky kind of streamer and pickup. They should have to throw it a lot, so definitely Cooks. Good luck. Definitely pulling for you. Hector Rodriguez, Pacheco, or Jameson Williams?
Jameson.
Yep, Jameson here. Dustin Forsberg, Pickens or Neighbors?
Pickens.
Definitely Pickens. Definitely. Okay, Troy Helms. Go back here. Thank you, Troy. Devonta Smith, Adam Thielen, or Jake Ferguson?
Oh, man. Can I really? I might just go Jake Ferguson against the Bengals.
Yeah. Really don't want to start Thielen against the Eagles. Smith is the tough one, right? It's like he did practice, right? He's back at practice, but Goddard isn't, from what I saw.
Yeah, he'll probably play, but man, my worry is, first of all, like, does he play full snaps? And second of all, they don't have to throw the football in Philly anymore. Like, sure, Smith could catch a touchdown, he could catch a long pass, or he could do nothing. I think I just feel good enough about Ferguson. I'm just going to take the tight end here, sadly.
Yeah. We haven't seen A.J. Brown without Devonta Smith have big weeks. How good can we feel about Devonta Smith? Yeah, so crazy. This one's extra crazy. Let's go Ferguson. Jordan Brown, About to repeat. All right.
Nice.
Need to flex though. Got to get there first. Bucky, Evans, Pacheco, Jennings.
Oh man. I guess just go Bucky. Because Bucky at least gives you a very high floor to go with a very nice ceiling. Although it's like, how do you choose between Bucky or Evans? But I guess Bucky just slightly safer.
Yeah, I was just gonna quickly just say Evans. You have to start Evans, but I mean, I don't know. Bucky's in just as good a spot. I guess he is safer. So for this week, sure, let's go Bucky. And this doesn't say if it is PPR or not. I mean, that makes it tougher, but still. This one's not tough. And 10. Jake Ferguson or JT Sanders?
Ferguson.
Okay, we have a super chat from Fernando. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you.
Into the playoffs, 4 seed. Current lineup is Hurts, Kamara, and Bijan. Nice. Evans and Myers. Very nice. Kittle. Don't know who to flex, though, between Dowdle, Westbrook, Bikini, or is that Keenan Allen, I hope?
In PPR, I go Keenan. PPR, I go Keenan.
Yeah. Assuming, look, if it's Braylon Allen, only if Brees misses, but...
Okay, yeah, if it's Braylon Allen, I guess I go Dowdle.
Yeah, if it's Keenan Allen, it's definitely Keenan Allen. So let's go with him. I did notice DJ Moore, was he out or limited today? And again, I know it's early, so I'm not too worried. But
yeah, I think he didn't. Him and DeAndre Swift didn't practice, but I'm not too worried about it yet.
All right. Then we know things are upside down when Keenan Allen is the healthiest receiver and the Bears. Cesar Leo, again, go Russ or pick up, Aiden O'Connell, Baker, Levis, Stafford, Carr.
I would go Baker over Russ, honestly, assuming Evans plays.
Kind of surprised
if not
Baker
Russ.
Just out there on waivers, huh?
I know, crazy.
I mean, look, Russ definitely could have a big week, but I think you still should play Baker if he's there. This one, J Dallas, 5'10", Russ or Purdy?
Russ.
Yeah, definitely Russ here. You are not asking for a friend, Juice. Brees or Zeke?
Zeke all day. Let's go.
Yeah. Steven, bother rostering Gus or drop him for Izzy?
Can I say neither? Can I say drop Gus, but don't pick up Izzy? I mean, really? Izzy? As much as I want Izzy to happen, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I can justify picking up Izzy. Look, even in my deep dynasty leagues where I'm already eliminated, I haven't thought to go pick up Izzy as a stash for next year. So no and no. Can you pick up Sincere McCormick? Can you pick up? Hey, look, here's my chance to mention this. A former Hurricane. Travis Homer might be the starting running back for the Bears this week because DeAndre Swift hasn't practiced. Rashawn Johnson concussion protocol looks like he's going to miss because he's not even close to coming back. We might see a lot more Travis Homer than you ever thought or wanted. So there you go. Drop Gus and pick up Homer. JG is back with another one. Thank you, JG. Appreciate you. Saints or Bills defense?
This is tough this week, actually.
It's tough because you have a good defense versus the good matchup. Like, you don't have two together.
Right. And the thing about the Rams and they're not going to, Stafford's not going to throw 3 picks, probably. He's not going to take a ton of sacks. It's the Saints, but it is the Giants. All right, I'll go Saints.
Yeah, I think you have to stream against Drew Lock. I'm not impressed by the Saints defense. I don't feel like they're all of a sudden good just because Dennis Allen's gone. But it's Drew Lock and the Giants. I think I got to take my chances there. He will probably turn it over at least once. So let's do Saints. Andrew Eloy, what's up? Start 2, flex 1. Bijan, Brees, Rashad White, Dowdle, Garendo.
I mean, you got to start Bijan. I'm going Garendo second. Oh man, can I go? I'm going to go Dowdle over Brees. I'm just not playing Brees. He's obviously not close to 100%. He's still not even practicing. Yeah, Bijan, Dowdle, Garendo.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, Bijan, no doubt there. Dowdle is really interesting this week. Again, we both debated putting him as a boom because like this could be a great spot for him. It's tough because on the one hand he's a running back, they could get scripted out. They might just have to pass the ball a ton against the Bengals to try to play catch up, not be able to run. But Dowdle does get receptions, right? That's the thing. He's a pass catching running back, and there's nobody challenging him for touches, not even Zeke. So, yeah, that's fine. Let's go Dowdle. King Anu. Finally, an easy one. Jaden Reed or Amari Cooper?
Yeah, Jaden Reed.
Definitely Jaden Reed. All right, Joe Estrada, rate this team. It's a 10-man league. Jordan Love, C.D. Higgins, Ladd, Achane, Chase Brown, Njoku, Harrison. Got Boswell, the Cardinals. Sign K9
I mean,
Wilson.
this is. I know it's a 10-teamer, but this is a great team, especially if like Kenneth Walker actually starts playing well or Garrett Wilson somehow. But even without them, this is a great team. I'll say. I mean, it's not like uber stacked or anything because obviously CD not as good as he was. I'll still say at 8.75 though, 8.75.
Yeah, if CD were, CD from earlier in the season, this would be a monster team. It's still very good though. Yeah, I'll go. It's 10-man league, 8.5. Paul P. Hurts, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, Henry, Monty McBride, Myers, Mooney, Elijah Sharps, Algier Cooper, Sincere. Nice. Boswell, 12 team. Rate this team for the playoffs in third place. That's a stack.
Yeah, this is going to really come down to Hurts AJB. I mean, like Higgins, Henry, Monty, McBride, Myers, that's all great. That's all great. It's just what are we going to see from Hurts and AJB the rest of the year? This could literally be anywhere from like an 8 to a 9. But it's just going to come down to like, do we see like, do the Eagles ever actually need to throw the football the rest of the year? Enough to make Hurts and AJB like those studs carrying you.
Yeah, so kind of what I said with CD Lamb, right? If this was early season version of AJ Brown, you're like, yeah, it's pretty stacked. So the top 12 playoff wide receivers video is coming out. What is it? Saturday it'll come out. Tomorrow. Okay. I never remember the schedule. AJ Brown might not be in the top 12. Just saying. But he's still very good. This is not a bad team whatsoever. You got Higgins actually might be better than AJ Brown the rest of the season. So you are deep, you are stacked. I like Jacoby Myers a lot. So for that reason, it's a 12-team league. I think I like this one actually relatively more than the other one. So I'll here go 8.75.
Yeah, I would say if AJ Brown was like being a stud like all year, this would easily be a 9 for me. I just have my worries.
Yeah. There. All right. Dion wants to know which 2 wide receivers in non-PPR. London, McConkey, Garrett, Juwan, JMO. Keenan Allen is on waivers. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to go the first 2. Worst case, if McConkey doesn't play, I guess pick up Keenan Allen and you could play him. Although I don't love Keenan in a non-PPR. But I'm going to go the first two.
Yeah, first two are plenty fine. All right, we have, I don't know, like 10 more minutes. Get in some questions because it's almost game time, but we got still Adam Dennison. Open spot. Cooks, Coleman, or Watson?
Well, I would say this. I would pick up Watson. If your league allows you to drop players after they've played, which a lot of leagues do, assuming you don't start them, pick up Watson, see what he does tonight. If he doesn't do anything, drop him, pick up. I probably still prefer Coleman long-term over Cooks.
Yeah, my question, I mean, you're saying open spot, like it just seems like a stash, right? You don't need somebody to start. I'm assuming this is not a streaming question. Like if you need someone for this week, it would be Cooks, but it doesn't sound like that's the case. So just go for the highest upside, which is Coleman. And then Arthur Swanson in a half PPR league. 12 team is 9-4. Okay, because he said PPR, but then down here he said no, half PPR.
Okay.
I like how he realized that at the very end. He's like, wait, dang. Have Kincaid, John Newsmith, and Otten. Do I stream one? Starting Swift? Well, might not be able to start Swift. Just telling you. Jamar, St. Brown, Juwan Jennings. Heard you say pick up Homer. Well, okay. I don't know.
I'm not ready to pick up Travis Homer yet. If Swift misses, I mean, I don't even know if I would pick up Homer if he plays, honestly.
Yeah, like I don't know for sure. I haven't consulted the AI bot. I don't know Swift's chances of playing, but just be prepared.
I mean, you got to start Jonnu at tight end. You can, I mean, if you do need to pick up Homer, you can drop Kincaid. Kincaid is droppable. I'm not really sure what you mean by stream one. Like I'm not starting Otten or Kincaid over any of those players. No.
Yeah, like stream one over like Jennings at the flex. Is that what you're talking about? No. Yeah, look, start Jonnu Smith, keep everything else as is, be ready to pivot from Swift just in case. And then JCR melts. Stop following the Kyle Pitts. I think we're all done with the Kyle Pitts trap. I think officially the truthers are just right. Are there going to be any truthers?
Not. I don't care what they do. I do not care. Nope. Done. Yeah, you can drop them. You definitely can drop them.
Python. What's up, Python again? Got the membership. Appreciate you. Mahomes or Caleb?
Mahomes.
Mahomes or Russ? Sacks are -1.
Well, then definitely Mahomes over Caleb.
Right.
I think here I go Russ.
I like Russ. I like Russ this week. How do we feel about Watson touchdown?
It's always a possibility.
I wouldn't put money on it, but it's possible. It is possible. So, all right. There you go. We got Mahomes, Russ. Probably not. And Adam Dennison now sit one. Metcalf, Hill, Dowdle.
Oh man, Adam. I think I have to sit Dowdle. Oh, I want to start Dowdle over Hill so bad, but I'm trying to think. If I was setting my lineup, could I really have Dowdle in there over Hill? I don't think so. I'm going to sit Dowdle.
Yeah, we had a Metcalf Hill question earlier. I would go Metcalf and Hill. Yeah. Like this one. Noob on noob crime.
Okay.
Jaden Reed or Calvin Ridley?
I'm going to go Ridley this week.
Yeah. Like Ridley a lot this week. All right. Juice really wants to know now. Would you go Braylon Allen over Sincere McCormick if Brees doesn't play?
If Brees doesn't play, yes, I will play Braylon Allen over McCormick. Yes.
Yeah. All right. JCR also wants a rating on this team. 10-teamer. Daniels, Henry, AJ, Pollard, Nico Neighbors, CD, BTJ, Hawkinson, Westbrook, Akine, Mooney, Holding out hope for a lobby.
I mean, Henry Achan, that's great. Nico, Neighbors, CD, that seemed a lot better about 6-7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. You do have Hawkinson. For a 10-teamer, I think this is probably like it's because those wide receivers. I mean, Nico's fantastic, of course, but like Neighbors, CD, BTJ with Mac Jones rest of the season. Like a 7.75.
I'm a little higher on this team. You got Henry and Achan, two pretty much the running backs here. Pollard is solid. Nico is still elite. CD, I look at it as CD as your number 2, still a pretty high floored number 2. Neighbors is your 3. Like that's fine. I think this is like an 8.25. Alex Flowers. I have Jaden Daniels on the bye, Russ on the bench. That's fine. Also have Pickens, Boswell, and Steelers. Worried about being too deep into Pittsburgh.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I like Russ this week, so I like Russ. I like Pickens. And it's like a kicker and a defense. It's not like you have like Pickens, Najee, Jalen Warren, Freiermuth. You know what I mean? You got a kicker and a defense. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah, fine to start Russ. And then Leo with another roll with Kyler, pick up Russ or Jameis.
I'm just gonna roll with Kyler this week.
Yeah, I mean, I like Russ as a streamer, but I'm not completely convinced he won't let us down. So you can go with Kyler, you're fine. What about Brent McFarlane? Holy by Apocalypse. If Hall is out, who are you throwing a dart at and hoping it lands? Kareem Hunt, Amir Abdullah, Cam Akers, Kenneth Gainwell, Travis Homer.
I'll just go Amir Abdullah here. At least he catches some passes. I mean, he only got 2 less carries than Sincere McCormick last week. So if I have to, I'll go Abdullah.
Well, if Brees Hall plays, you got to play him. If Brees Hall is out, and if Swift and Rashawn Johnson are out, then maybe go home. If not, then Abdullah. It's a lot of ifs. Frosty, the opponent is stacked. You apparently are not this week. Need some home runs here. Pick 2. Moore, Waddle, Akine, Cooper, MVS, Tillman.
Got to go with Akine. And I think you need a home run. You got to go MVS. Akine and MVS. Akine and MVS.
Yeah, more. I mean, I don't know. You're talking waiver wire. It's got to be Elijah Moore, right? Not DJ Moore. So.
Yes.
Okay.
I would hope. I mean, if it's DJ Moore, you got to play him.
Yeah. Let's go Westbrook, Keenan, MVS, the guys who've been scoring. Joe Estrada, rate my opponent's team. Interesting. All right. Josh Allen, Jason, Juwan, Keenan Allen, Bijan, Kamara, Bowers, Irving, Aubrey, Steelers, Nico, McLaurin.
Well, are we rating it for this week or like if we're rating it for this week, this is not very good. I mean, JSN, Juwan, Keenan Allen, that's okay. Bijan, Kamara, I mean, that's good. Irving, I mean, running backs are very good. Wide receivers are okay. But we're rating it for the playoffs? Well, he's going to have, in the playoffs, he's going to have Nico, Terry, and like Keenan with Bijan and Kamara and Josh Allen and Irving and Bowers. This is like a 9-5.
Yeah, this week it's still good, but yeah, Jason, Juwan, it's like the receivers aren't great. But next week, yeah, this team might chop some heads. It's pretty good. So hopefully you get to play this team this week and not next week. Hopefully. All right, last couple. It's almost game time here. Any last minute questions you definitely need answered before Lions and Packers kick off? Like this one from Jared Reed or Shakir.
Reed. Go Reed tonight.
Yeah, go Reed. Benjamin Carr, Reed or Jennings.
Reed. Also Reed here.
Yeah. Don't worry, Benjamin. We got it. So go ahead and put Reed in your lineup. Yeah, Joe says for the playoffs. So not this week.
Yeah, that team is
stacked.
Stacked for the playoffs.
but you never know. You never know what could happen. And let's see. Well, this is not a tonight question, but why not? Mike Callahan, Judy or Ridley?
Ridley.
Ridley it is. And then Python just saying we appreciate you, appreciate everybody who's been on watching. Let's see if Watson has a day. I don't know.
He always can. That's the thing about Christian Watson. He always can.
Mm-hmm.
He usually doesn't, but he always can.
And it's always when you least suspect it. It's kind of like the rule of Taysom. Now it's the rule of Watson. And then Quail Man, before we get out, let's see Ladder Garendo at the flex.
Got to go Lad if he plays.
Yeah. I think you got to go Lad, especially. I mean, it doesn't say if it's PPR. If it's non-PPR, would you still go Lad? Probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now in PPR, maybe I would go Garendo.
Right. But yeah, half or full go Lad. Mooney or Thomas?
I'm going to go Mooney.
Yeah. You can't feel great about Kirk Cousins these days, but Mooney does have a good individual matchup. I mean, he should be able to have a decent game. So, yeah. Let's go Mooney here. Luke Green. What about Love or Baker?
Baker.
Go Baker. Yep. Bench Love tonight. All right. I don't see anything else pressing. All right. Well, then I think that's good. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Let's get out of here. Game is about to start. We will see you again on the weekend. Don't forget, Saturday, big start sit. We're going to have all your injury updates, everything you need to know. Hit the like button, subscribe. Don't forget. Make sure you're subscribed on the way out. And if you want to know as soon as we go live, if you don't already know, turn the notifications on. And we'll see you guys on Saturday. Anybody who's got anything going for tonight, good luck. Hopefully you get off to an early lead on your opponent. Oh, hold on.
All right.
Last minute. You got just snuck in here, Robert. Okay, Robert Mitchell, the prophet. How's it going, Robert? Westbrook, Ferguson. Not sure if I trust Tracy because he has been sharing touches. Okay, Braylon Allen or Otten I can get now, or Thielen. Otten needs a flex. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I think between Westbrook and Ferguson, I'll just go Westbrook.
Thinking about Tracy. I like Tracy this week. I think, and I talk about this. I don't know, Robert, you get a chance to watch the Booms video, explain a little bit about Tracy. I mean, Braylon Allen, I guess if Brees completely sits, you could start.
Yeah, but you'll know that by Sunday. So right now, I'm fine with Tracy. But yeah, if Brees is completely out, then yes, I'd probably go Braylon Allen over Tracy.
Yeah, and I think we'll say no to Otten or Thielen. Not enough targets, not a great matchup. So if you need one out of all of these guys you've listed, I think the one would be Tracy, right? The one that you like the best. Would you agree is Tracy?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. All right, there you go, Robert. Hopefully that helps. And now we'll get out of here, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.